And we are picking up off the heels of the last time Ohara and Adam shared a press conference. It got a little spicy, I guess, for lack of a better word. So we're going to pick up right off the heels of that. Ohara Davies, first off, welcome to Leaders Week. Thank you so much for joining us. Jumping right in a lot where the last press conference picked up or left off, you've been critical of Adam's team and Adam's promoter. There was a lot of anger and animosity at the last press conference. Where does that stem from?
I don't know, I'm just tired, I'm actually tired. Honestly talking, I'd rather be at home than be here talking to these people here because, listen, I'm a boxer. All I want to do is go to the gym, train, and then go fight. But I have to do the press conferences and then the media workouts and talk to all these people and have the cameras in my face. Like, I only got into boxing because I don't want to do this. I only got into boxing because I'm not fit for the whole corporate world, job interviews and meeting new people. I'm not good at that. That's why I got into boxing in the first place. And then I box, I become pro, and look where I am. In front of all these people talking. And it's actually long because I would actually rather be at home right now playing FIFA or playing Fortnite or playing the new Call of Duty. But no, I've got to be where I don't want to be. I'm tired. I'm fighting in about 3 days. And I ain't only talking for myself. I think all these fighters don't want to be here. I think all these fighters don't want to be here. But it's just something we've got to do when you box. When you box and you make it to a certain level, you've got to do this stuff. But I actually don't like it. And it's how many people feel, but they just won't say it. But I just don't really care anymore. I really don't care what you guys think of me. And this is why I just say what I want to say. And I speak my mind. And, that's probably why I ain't got no sponsors too at the same time.
Well, Ohara, I want to...
too much.
One, I appreciate the honesty. Two, I apologize. That won't be my last question. I'm going to come back to you, so apologies. Adam, I guess back over to you. Did you feel that animosity at the last press conference from Ohara? Is that reciprocated on your end at all?
You need the mic?
Yeah.
To be honest, look, that's his own opinion, with obviously the media stuff. That's up to him, do you know what I mean? He's been through that. Obviously, for me, I was just here to do the press conference. I'm here to obviously show what I am, who I am, and obviously I'm still learning the game, so this is something new to me still.
Do you like the press conference, the talking, maybe a little bit more than Ohara does? Or do you feel the same?
To be honest, look, I just want to be home watching my boxing, but I have to do this, and it's part of the journey. But yeah, look, I'm very happy to be here. All praise to Allah as well. Obviously, I'm very thankful to where I am right now, and it's going to be a great fight. I'm just looking forward to it.
Ohara, you've known Adam since he was a boy. He's now a man. Have you been impressed with what you have seen from him so far as a pro?
I was watching him last night. I think when you fought Arfan, the speed, I was like, damn, this guy is good. I watched him for the first time last night. I ain't gonna lie, I never watched him before until last night, and I've heard.
Which fight were you watching? Which fight were you watching?
Arfan.
Which one?
I think that's your third fight, 3 fights ago.
That was all right performance, but I'm much better than that.
Listen, the speed, everything was good. The sharpness, the timing, and I'm like, damn, I'm in a very hard fight this weekend.
Yeah.
So it was last night. I'm sat down. I'm having some pasta. I'm on the table. I'm just watching the fight. I'm like, yeah, this guy's good. And I'm proud of him. He's done good. Him, his coach, his dad. They've all done a good job to make him the fighter that he is now. And Ben's done a good job. As much as I say bad things about Ben's done. He's made many bad choices in his time in boxing, but he's still new. And Ben's done a good job. But the best thing Ben's done is to get Anthony Yard on board, because Anthony Yard's the future of boxing on Sky Sports. And I told Ben backstage, the best thing he's done is to get Anthony Yard on board. The only thing is that it could have been done a bit earlier, but it's better late than never. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Adam, we've talked about, a lot's been mentioned about your age, and that conversation's never going to go away. You are the younger fighter here on paper, obviously the less experienced fighter when it comes to number of fights. But many see you still as the favorite on Saturday night. Does the history with Ohara affect you in any way?
Look, I've got nothing bad to say about it. I'm good friends with him, and we're going to be friends after the fight, but it's all down to, it's nothing personal, it's just business. And, for me, this is a test for me. This is a step up for me. And this is my first ever big test. So I'm very switched on for this fight. I had a great camp. Initially, I was meant to fight Harlem Eubank, but that didn't take place. But he's a better fighter than Harlem Eubank, much better fighter. He's been at the world stage, and the fight. It's going to be a great fight on Saturday, and we're both going to put on a great fight, and for the fans. And this is what British boxing is about. But it is the downfall that we're both friends, but we will still be friends after the fight.
I don't know. I just feel like you guys are trying to get us to say something bad. I ain't got nothing bad to say. He ain't got nothing bad to say. If that's what you guys are hoping for, you're going to leave here disappointed. I ain't got nothing bad to say. I've only got something bad to say about you guys and about these guys. But against him, listen, the same thing they done last time. Because they made this fight and they said, listen, Azim hasn't had anyone, so can Ohara be a bit? I'm like, nah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. So listen, stop trying to make someone say something bad and then I'm going to come back and he's going to come back. Nah, it ain't happening. Not today. Not for this fight. Maybe for his next fight or for my next fight, but not for this fight.
We need to erase some of these questions.
It's just business.
Adam is undefeated in 11 fights. A lot of people are looking at him as a potential world champion. Is there anything that you've seen that makes you think or know in your mind that you can be the one to end this winning streak, to put a stop to this Adam Azim hype and train and momentum?
I don't know. Time will tell. I watched him last night and I was like, wow, this guy is very, very, very good. But it's one of those things, time will tell. And we're fighting in 3 days. And time will tell, We're going to come in there and say, I'm going to win. And then he's going to say something back and I'm going to say something back. Stop trying to cause this. I don't know what's going to happen until Saturday night. Okay, we've got to wait until Saturday night and see.
Adam, speaking about you being undefeated, fast rising prospect, you're fighting Ohara Davies. This test that you're facing, is there anything about Ohara that you've been impressed by, that you've been looking at and saying, all right, I need to work on XYZ things because I haven't seen this before?
Look, like I said, he's got the world-class experience. That speaks for itself. For me, I've got to adapt to that. I've got to adapt to a lot of this because obviously this is something new to me. He's very heavy-handed. He's got skills in him. Look, we both come from obviously the same trainer back in the day. So most of my attributes have come from that when I was a kid. So even from him as well. So so I'm just very excited for the fight, and I haven't been watching much of him, but I've watched him before. I know him for years. I know him. So, but I am a different fighter for what I was 1 year ago because every year I keep improving. I've matured as a man. And look, these things happened. I had an injury to fight Harlem Eubank, but then I had to pull out because of an injury. So, look, it's all praise to Allah. These things happen, and I'm in a better fight now.
Now, looking at you being from a year ago, you've talked about how much you've improved. Is that stemming from the fights that you've had? Is that stemming from the amount of training that you had with the McGuigans? Is it a mixture of both? Is it the camp that you're in, surrounded by world champions? What really has led to this improvement of Adam Azim?
My personal opinion is just, from looking at the fight back in February, I've changed most of my stuff because I know what I did wrong. There's a lot of stuff I've changed. Obviously, thanks to the McGuigan's gym for obviously getting me this fight, and also, I'm getting better every single time. My learning is coming from the gym. I learn every single day from the gym, and obviously, I big up to all the other coaches and all the team I have there. It's just like as a man, I'm maturing because I know how to handle things now. It's not just from the boxing perspective, it's just me as a person. I'm just maturing as a man. And this is me, obviously, developing as a man now, so yeah.
Ohara, I promise this question is not scripted to get you to react in a certain way, but it is something that you said. You said that this is the stupidest fight for boxer, for Ben to put Adam in. Can you elaborate for us?
Oh, I did elaborate back then, but I'll do it again. So what I said is, listen, the Harlem Eubank fight would have been a bigger fight. The Dalton Smith fight would have been a bigger fight and made more money. And if I fight Adam and I win, people will say he got beat by a washed-up Ohara Davies. It was a very bad loss. But if he fought Harlem Eubank or if he fought Dalton Smith and they won, then it's more like it's a 50-50 fight. It could have gone either way and it'll be easier to get him back on track. So to choose me was a very stupid move. I don't know who in the box office sat down and said, we're going to get a dangerous fighter who just got stopped in round 1 in his last fight. pay him all this money and let him fight our fighter, even though he could win. It's a very stupid move. Very, very, very stupid move. And I said if he was signed to Matchroom would never have made that mistake. And I don't think it was Ben. Listen, it was someone in his office that influenced him, and he listened to them. Someone in Ben's office, in his office told him to take the Ohara Davies fight and listen to them. But it's a very stupid move, but I ain't going to complain, I ain't going to complain. So, it is what it is. I didn't say it because I don't think Adam's a great fighter. Fast, sharp, but stupid move in a business sense by the boxer team. Anyway, talking about something different. I see Tunde earlier. Tunde was here, and listen, people don't know. Me, Adam, Anthony, we've been together for years. We've known each other for years, and we've been training in the same gym for over 10 years ago.
And we was all trained by the same guy. I just realised it when I was up here.
Yeah.
So all three of us were trained by Tunde.
And I remember Adam was a kid, literally like a little kid.
I used to spar Adam. You know that? I used to spar Adam when he was a kid. I used to be like,
And,
but then now look at him.
I saw Tony earlier, and Tony was like, listen, people like us don't die. We keep going. And we're just a bunch of poor kids in the gym. Had to go steal some grapes from the shop sometimes, and some coconut water, steal some oranges, mangoes, some bananas. Now I can buy it. All of us are just...
Now you're Leaders Week in London.
Now I'm here. All you guys are coming to watch me and film me and put the camera in my face. Listen, thank you. Because we were just a bunch of poor kids in the streets that didn't have nothing but a dream and a goal. And now we're all here. And I know that Tunde's not on the camera, but Tunde was a part of that. And listen, got to give him his props, because Tunde started Tunde made this fight. So, we got to give everyone their props. And listen, it's good to be here, and I'm enjoying it very much.
Well, I didn't intend for that question to lead to some inspirational stuff, but it actually ended that way. It is an inspirational story when you look at where you guys have come from, starting out as boxers, and now where you are now on the platforms that you're on.
Let me tell you guys one story, yeah? I remember one time, I got on a train. I didn't have my Oyster card, yeah?
Buckle up, everyone.
Listen. I didn't have my Oyster card. So then the ticket inspectors came on the train, and they asked everyone, where's your train ticket? I mean, you got, your pass. I didn't have my pass. So I waited until the doors opened. The way I ran off that train, and the ticket inspector chased me. And he caught me, and I had to go take the fine. Now I've got the car. I can drive to the gym now.
There you go.
So listen, nice change for us all. And we're very thankful to be here. And we're thankful to everyone, you guys coming to watch us, the fans, everyone that's going to buy the fight. We're only where we're at in life, and we're not these poor kids on the streets anymore because of you guys. So thank you.
Absolutely. Last question for you, Ohara. You talked a lot about the perspective from Adam's side and what you feel about this fight, but looking at you and your career, what does this fight, main eventing on Sky, main eventing on NBC, fighting Adam Azim, undefeated, what would a win over Adam mean for Ohara?
To be honest, I don't know, because I don't like boxing no more. If I'm honest, if I'm honest, I was thinking about this the other day. I actually don't like boxing no more. I actually don't like it. Like, the passion I first had for it when I first, the first time I turned pro, I loved it. And yeah, you do this. No, I really don't care now. And I've been boxing over 14 years now, and it's been the same routine. Have you been doing the same job for 14 years?
No.
How long have you been doing this?
A couple years.
And I'm sure after 14 years you'll be tired. You're thinking, listen, I'm tired. Listen, I've been doing the same thing for 14 years. I've been living the same lifestyle. I ain't been able to have no cake. I ain't been able to drink no alcohol. And listen, I'm very bored of this right now. I'm very bored of the whole boxing thing, which is why I'm here just saying what I want to say, because I'm very bored of it. I've done this so many times. I've had the conferences so many times. Before you was doing this, I was doing the conferences. Before you was on Sky Sports, Ben, I was on Sky Sports. Before all you guys were here coming to film, I was doing the boxing. I've been doing this a very long time, and I'm very bored of it now. So when you ask me what is it going to do for me, I really don't know, and I don't care. I really don't care. For me, it's just another fight, man. But I'm very tired of boxing. I'm actually very, very, very tired of it, because...
Well...
Anthony's been doing boxing the same time as me, and Anthony's not tired of it.
No, you've been... When did we meet? We met in 2011.
Yeah.
And then we went Vegas with Tunde. Mm-hmm. The journey's been amazing. So when I walked in the gym, Ohara was the man. Mm-hmm. He was the only one that could skip like Floyd Mayweather, so I said I need to learn that ASAP. And Ohara was beating up everyone. And then was with same amateur coach, Tony Cisse. The journey's been crazy. And then I met Adam when he was how old? like 14 or something.
Younger than that.
9 years old. Imagine. And I sparred him when he was like 13, 14. That's mad.
All right, well, then I'm going to ask you, Anthony, what are you expecting from the main event on Saturday?
I'm expecting a very, very good fight because I know Ohara very, very well. And again, I know Adam. And I don't know if everyone in the public thinks this is going to be an easy fight for Adam, but it's going to be a good fight. And I feel like that's why I said I don't mind sliding in as a bit of entertainment because
You'll warm everybody up.
it's a serious fight. I think it's a very, very good fight.
Now, go ahead.
Obviously, I know public think it's an easy fight, but I've been taking this fight really, he's a world champion. That's what I've been doing. I know he's a good friend of mine, but I've been taking this fight as a world champion. So, I know mentally this is a really hard fight, and I've got to be switched on. That's it. But no, all respect to Ohara as well.
Adam, you can actually hold that mic. I want you to. Last question for you, Adam.
Wait,
I asked the same.
One more thing. Before, I am very focused because the whole week I've not been on my social media.
He's got a trap phone.
I've got a trap phone.
No way.
What year is that phone
Trap
from?
phone. Nokia phone. You see this?
Is that a Nokia?
This is the key to be focused. Have a Nokia phone. Stay away from social media.
Belongs in the museum, but
Yeah.
it turned you off for social media. That means the preparation's
I
been
don't deal with
focused.
it, man. It's got to be on the Nokia phone,
Adam, I asked the same question to Ohara. What does this win for you represent? Main eventing on Sky, main eventing on NBC Peacock, global distribution. Everyone's going to be watching Adam Azim, Ohara Davies. There's background between you two. What does this fight mean for you?
It's a big, massive win for me. Look, it's a massive step up for me, and all praise to Allah. Anything can happen, and wherever the right way is, it has to be.
Absolutely.
Listen, this fight for Adam, if Adam wins this fight, is like the equivalent of when I fought Derry Matthews, the first big fight, and if he wins this fight, the world's his. The world's his if he wins this fight.
Absolutely. Ben, to close with you, what a fight this is. A lot of storylines surrounding this fight and history and experience differences and an age gap and everything like that. What do you think? Do you believe Ohara's too much? Do you believe that the Adam train rolls on? What kind of show, what kind of fight can the fans expect on Saturday night?
It's a huge fight, and obviously I do want to say it's great to see Ohara back. He's one of the characters of British boxing, so to have him back for Adam Azim is huge. I think they're at two different stages of the career. Ohara Davies just came off a first-round knockout for a world title, but he's fighting at world level. Any punch in this sport can
I didn't get no sleep Ben, for that fight. I didn't get no sleep. Man. Listen, this hotel was
let me tell you, Ohara's lost 2 fights before that. One to Josh Taylor and one to Jack Cattrall. He's a top quality operator. Adam Azim's going to have to be on his game. I think everyone in the background is saying it's a 50-50 fight. There's people in Ohara's camp saying we've made a massive mistake. I know he's had a great camp. I know he's motivated. I know he's coming to win. So is Adam Azim. And they both deserve a lot of credit for this fight because as much as they might talk, it's a must-win fight for different reasons. And it's a huge fight on Saturday night, huge fight for boxing. Of course, for me, it's the time for Adam Azim to make a massive, massive statement against a top-quality operator.
You had something you want to say, Ohara?
Not a must-win fight for me, Ben. My career keeps going for as long as I want it to go for. I lose my next 100 fights and I still charge you big money to get me in a ring. It don't matter what I do. My boxing career will go on for as long as I want it to go on. It will go on forever if I want it to go on forever. No one can tell me it's a must-win fight. They said that all the fights I lost, both the fights I lost. After my Cattrall fight, they said, "Oh, you should call it a day now." Now look what I've done since. I've done even bigger things since. So, mate, my career goes on for as long as I want it to go on for. I'll be boxing after you're done, Ben. After you're finished boxing, promoting. Even if you promote until 70 years old, my boxing career can outlast you and everyone else. Everyone else, all you guys. Don't forget, I was here before you guys were here, and before you was here, Ben. I was on Sky Sports, so I choose when I'm done. And there ain't no such thing as a must-win fight, because then that adds some pressure to me. There ain't no pressure. It's not a must-win fight. I've charged you guys good money all the time. You want to get me on your shows, and I'll be here after you guys are all done. You camera people, after I was here before you, Ben, on Sky. I was on Sky before you. I'm more familiar with how this works than you are, Ben. I've been there more times than you, and you. So yeah, it's not a must-win fight.